Good day. Welcome back to my channel. As you can see, this is going to be another unboxing for you, and this is for a kit that is something I've been craving since the late 70s. It's a Space 1999 model of the Superswift, which is featured in the Bringers of Wonder episode. You know, theoretically, this was a ship that could travel faster than light and was sent to find the Alphans off on the moon. Reality, it was a bunch of aliens that were out to eat the Alphan souls or whatever. But it was a really cool model, you know, basically very 1999-ish. And, you know, there have been a couple of garage kits of this thing over the years. It never really was in the position to grab one. Recently, I saw a gentleman on the Book of Faces named Bill Attenberg, and he had a 3D printed version of this. Now, I believe it's 1/72nd scale. I will be checking with him because this thing's huge. Because if it's 1/72nd scale, this thing is ginormous. But with that said, we're going to go ahead and take a look at this box. This is a 3D printed resin kit. And, you know, I've seen pictures of it, and I want to show you what I see when I look into this box. So let's take a look. And as I said, this is the box I got that has in it the Superswift. And so let's go ahead and take a look inside. I will admit to being more than a little bit excited. So let's take a and pop this open. We'll see how it's packed. I can actually get it to open up if I... There we go. Alright, so what we have is the control wrap and then the parts. So you can see how well wrapped up is in here. And I'm not going to make you go through me pulling all this stuff out. So I'll take care of that and we'll come back. Okay, as you can see, what we pull out of there is a bunch of well-packed packages. And I'm going to start with this one because it's easier. And these are, and you can see there's some very fine detail like the sensor dish. And these are support rods that you will need because this is a printed resin kit. So you're going to want to be concerned about support. Right? So I'm going to pour some of these out here. I'm going to try to be really gentle. Here we go. So if we look here, looking really fine. You can barely tell that it might be 3D printed, right? But I mean, look at the detail there. A little bit of cleanup right there, because those are supports. Otherwise, this is fabulous. Take a look at, you know, here's another piece. And when these are primered, quicksand, those are going to go down real well. So here's your RCTs, and I really like that. See how well they're done? Very nice. And engine bells. Again, very nicely done. So these are some of the small detail parts. There are some strut pieces in there. There's these two. I'm really not sure what they go to. There are instructions on how to put this together. Bill's got those, so let me get these back in the baggie here. All right, and this here, these are masks. You can sort of kind of see them. That's cool. That's really cool. All right, so those are back in. Set that off to the side. Let's get into this one. And you can see how well packed these are. So here are the side landing struts. And you see these are going to be where those metal supports are going to go. And you also have a hole going up through here. If I recall correctly, that's for another one to go up and make this supported. Now you do have a couple things you need to clean up. You see those little supports right there. You need to clean those off. Otherwise, that looks really nice. And if I recall correctly, these are sided, so you can, yep, so you will, actually maybe not. These are all the same. Okay. That, and I guess the ones on the other side go like this. Okay. There are what they are. Okay. There's that. Or maybe I'm just... You know, I don't have the instructions in front of me, so I don't know what's what, and that's okay. These are parts. Those were landing gear. This one here is something different. Just need to figure out. This one's taped up pretty well. Oh, these are the engine belts. Okay. There we go. So I cut my way into this, and you do want to be careful doing this. These are very well packaged. You can see. And again, just clean up some right there. Otherwise, these look fantastic. Just a little bit of cleanup. Very, very nice. Okay. I was expecting this to be like a whole lot more than it is. A whole lot more work, I guess. You don't often see a lot of well done resin kits like that. So here are some of the supports. A little tiny bit of warpage, but that's fixable. I mean, you can see this is pretty flexible right now. So let that go together, and you can see there's 4 of these. Again, very nicely done. Go ahead and wrap these up. Okay, there's that. Into this one. Now these are tanks for the side, if I'm recalling correctly. Oh wow. Look at that. That detail. I mean, the artifacts in the printing are really they're going to disappear in the primer. They're just going to disappear in the primer. That is outstanding. You do need to, so here, this is what he told us about. Right here, see that? Those need to be sanded off. Right, so on this side, that's actually going to require a little bit of effort. So mask up and knock those out. Same on this one. You can see where the supports are here. If you want to clean some of those out, you can see there's supports down on the inside there. But this is built in such a way that, you know, all that resin's cleared out. And this is cured really nicely. So very, very nice. So I'm going to wrap this back up gently. Okay. Set that there. This, if I recall correctly, is going to be... Find out where that goes. There we go. All right. And there is the head of this. Oh, wow. This is huge. I mean, this is, I believe, the 1/72nd scale. I think it's 1/72nd scale. It just feels humongous. But if I recall correctly, the Superswift was huge. So... a little bit of artifact here. So here's some more work, right, that needs to be done. You can see it, but I really can only barely feel it. So this is really fine. And again, I feel like there's already been some nice, I mean, it also looks like he's already sanded some of this down. How it feels. So shot of primer, and that is golden. And you can see hollow. Cast in a way that it would be hollow, or cast in a way that the hollow is, you get what I'm trying to say. That just looks amazing. Okay. All right. I'm being gentle here. This beastie is not small. Not small at all. Wow. I'm trying to get into this neatly. Okay, so wow. So again, stuff to clean up here, here, here. But again, very minimal. This is awesome. This is really well done. And then let's get to this piece. Oh my goodness. So here we go. Oh, these are already set on. So these actually are not, these are not printed together. Okay, so here's the thing. Right, so these are not printed together. These are actually parts. So be careful when you pull those out. But see, there's cleanup right there. There's cleanup here, a little bit, very little bit, and then little bits of cleanup you can see here, right? Right there. Looks like it's on the bottom. Right, so here's the, oh, look at this, he's even labeled it. So this is the front. So here, if I am right, am I right? Oops, that's not what I'm looking for. That was what I'm looking for. Here. Yeah. So here we go. So what you have here is these two pieces go there. Then you have your, I mean, that's giving you an idea of just how massive this thing is. That right there is 24 to 10. So that's almost 14 inches right there. This thing is no little puppy. This has got to be 48 scale. This has got to be 48 scale. This can't be 72nd. I have to be remembering that wrong. But this is absolutely humongous. Gorgeous, 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 gorgeous. If I mentioned this is gorgeous, because it's gorgeous. So let me take this. But look at the detail here. Right, that piping. This is just phenomenal. That put back in here. Put you back there. Just so that we can do that. Set that aside. And this will be the, since that was the front, that would make this probably the back. Oh, look, yes. And again, just a little bit of cleanup here on these edges. Look at that. And again, this, you can see what look like artifacts, but you can't feel them. And I feel like once you hit it with primer and then dust it, so if I recall correctly, this will go to that, and then this piece should be the back piece for the engines. So it looks like it's got, you know, the stuff for the engine bells. Yep, and then that piece will go there. There you go. So I'm actually going to put that there because that's how I roll. Anyway, that was Bill Attenborough's. If I'm pronouncing your name incorrectly, I am sorry. I'm terrible about that. But that is the Superswift model from Bill. Oh my gosh, this thing is absolutely fantastic. I'm very, very gently putting that away. So this will be a project in the somewhat not too, maybe, distant future. I've got to get time on the bench. But if you are interested in that kit and just seeing the pieces and parts in somebody's hands, there you go. This is just fantastic. So thank you very much for watching. I hope this is useful and entertaining. If you have this kit on your radar or are interested, look on the Book of Faces, Bill Attenborough. I'll put the link down below. Yeah, highly recommend this because wow. I've wanted a Superswift ever since I first saw Bringers of Wonder back in 1970. And yeah. So thank you very much for watching. Hope this was helpful, useful, and helpful. And until next time, happy modeling, everyone.